about to do a third computer setup again in Budapest. It makes it perfect equilateral triangle. I'll show you that. It says the glider accelerates beams of protons within the collision inside the four large detectors, Atlas, CMS, and LHCb. Particles are injected into the HLC of the glider at 450 gigavolts and boosted to 4 billion volts, nearly 10 times their injection energy. It's a giant amplifier, and it gets resonating in here so fast, guys, that they almost can't control it. And what's amazing, if you've seen the C12 Agony show, it said the last time they fired this up that it was almost opening dimensional ports like a stargate where with ports that people were seeing coming in and out of different dimensions. Giants. Police were called. More info on that on the video on the website. But it says that these energies, a proton completes roughly 11,000 laps every second. 19 miles, 11 times in a second. They're having to keep it at 300 feet underground because it's at that depth. You're almost at 0 degrees Celsius. It's cool. And it has to stay cool. But guys, they're talking about portal, mentioning openings like Stargate. It gets better, though. Now, guys, this technology, they've been dealing with this since the 50s. But this is outside the buildings in Geneva, the CERN location. And this is at a dedication of Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction that's outside. It's kind of like where airport opens. Notice that ring, like these giant electromagnets. It says that Shiva does a dance between dimensions, between the earth and the heavens, and between the spiritual dimensions. It's talking about this dance of electrons between these dimensions. But Shiva is the destroyer. And who would open a port to let the destroyer in? Now, at the bottom you see, this is part of the way a linear collider works. It's large underground sections and tunnels that increases acceleration to tremendous speeds. Again, 11,000 laps, 19 mile loop in a second. And guys are about to boost this energy beyond control, if you ask me. Now, it's important to understand what I'm saying here. It's like Robert Oppenheimer was given the technology, information on how to build a nuclear bomb. What did he say? He said, I have become death. Now, these guys you see sitting around here congratulating one another think they've been handed extreme technological advances. When what's happening is they've been handed the key to disaster. They've been handed a way to build the instrument needed to open the dimension to the bottomless pit. Stay with me. Now, remember in Revelation, I think it's chapter 5, it says the angel came down that had the key, are you listening, to the bottomless pit. Now, these guys are trying every way they can to open these dimensional portals that they've got countries from around the world contributing billions suddenly. Why? Because, guys, everyone on this earth is not children of God. I think they may be getting ready to open a portal to welcome their Father, to welcome destruction, where Shiva is in the background in that ring of fire. Now, again, I think there's a few people in the top echelon that actually know what's going on. But this is where, again, they discovered ocean particle, SOM, called the God particle. And now they can want to shut it down and boost it up tremendously to see what else they can open. And on on Shiva's head, there's a symbol called the third eye. And it's exactly like the symbol that you see on the Stargate movies. Exactly, that's where they took it from. On the plaque that's below that statue, they talk about this. It says, however, at the CERN Linear Accelerator Center Super Collider Hadron is a statue that dances. Shiva is giving 5 in position. Talked about this on the show the other day. The lady called it Laura, talking about the dances above and below, the same as above and below. There's a cosmic dance. Listen. Cosmic dance of energy back and forth between the physical realm and the zero-point field. A constant creation and destruction of matter from the void. Continuous flow of energy in and out of the material world is the cosmic dance of Shiva. Guys, I know your ears are open. The experiment marked the first time the creation of matter from radiation has been directly observed. Air production, the formation of a positron and an electron, happens when electromagnetic energy interacts with matter. This is the cosmic dance of Shiva, not the propaganda of the Vatican. The Shiva is a corpse eating a man, or that the Shiva is a corpse eating a man or covered in ashes with a snake as a kula head. Now, regardless of what Shiva represents, we know we're children of God and Christ is our Savior. I'm going through history, technological point, what's here. Statue is a gift from India, celebrating CERN's long association with India, which started in the 60s and continues strongly today. Goes on to talk about the unveiling. In the Hindu religion, the form of the dancing Lord Shiva is known as Taraj and symbolizes Shakti of our life force. As a plaque alongside the statue explains, the belief is that Lord Shiva danced the universe or listened into existence and motivates it and will eventually extinguish it, the destroyer. Carl Sagan drew the metaphor between the cosmic dance, the Nataraj, and the modern study of the cosmic dance of subatomic particles. Goes on to talk about it was a wax casting from India. Now guys, this is in Geneva. Remember, there's 19 miles and more of underground tunnels there, 300 feet, but this is up where you park, this is in the main building. I want you to think if you've ever seen this structure before. I know you have in one of my videos, and some of you guys keep up with this. You have 2. Also, before I go down, I want to mention this about CERN, and this is what I was talking about, awakening, giving rise to the technological beast. Says the World Wide Web began at CERN. It's a project called Inquire, initiated by Tim Berners-Lee and Robert Halliday in 1990. Said they were honored for this by the Association for Computer Machinery in 1995. It's based on the concept hypertext. The project was aimed at facilitating sharing information among researchers. The first website went online in 1991. On 30th of April 1993, CERN announced the World Wide Web would be free to everyone. There's a copy of the original first web page. But guys, this is the control center. Now this is CERN in Geneva. Again, they needed another supercomputer. Now they're building the third in that perfect triangle in Budapest. Enough computer power to run the world internet, to keep up with everything that's going on. The technological side of the beast. The guys, they broadcast underground, 300 feet underground, all the way through this fault zone that runs above Italy to Gran Sasso. Then now they're building to Budapest, Hungary. See this triangle? With 3 main computers. They're sending these electromagnetic magnets to Florida. They're already in Illinois. Heads up, be safe.
Zawsze takie są napisy, jak to jest na ten temat.
You know my 2 channels. There is a thing that I want to inform you about. I'm waiting for my revelation. This revelation will come on September 23rd, 2017. But before this revelation will happen, I will come very soon to court, and I will be the king until this day, until this revelation day will come. Right
Coraz
now,
ciszej.
I live in Europe. My initials are SAC, and I live in Czech Republic.
No powinien mieć takie imię właśnie. Swoje.
I want to assure you that the situation with Ukraine and Russia are really the beginning of the World War III.
Trzecia wojna światowa się rozpoczyna.
And the situation will, like later, will not be only a matter of these 2 countries. It will be much worse. Also, there will come the economic collapse. All those suicides, those bankers are of course
Takie podobne słowo jak to Armagedon, nie? Tylko że oni nie biblijni to, więc nie znają tego słowa Armagedon.
Right in this time, I will come on the world scene, and I will sign a peace treaty for 7 years, literally all the world. And this peace treaty will guarantee that for the next 7 years there will be no war, there will be world peace. And also in this time, I will bring up my vision, which will solve a lot of world's problems. If you think that nothing can happen, when the first blood moon occurred, then you're wrong, because the first blood moon started all this. The first blood moon was the official start of all these things happening in the world.
Tak. Zobacz, co tam się świeci. No za drzewem. No. Ciekawe, nie? Jakby lampa była. Ja tak patrzę, czy to możliwe, żeby to tak mocno lampa się świeciło jeszcze za coś? No.
Tak, to wolno. Trzecie. Ogłaszałem przez internet. My jesteśmy skłaniani na zakłady, bo to mieszkańsko w gruzach będą. Żywności nie będzie, głód będzie. Nie będą wypłacane renty za runie, cały system.
No runie w ogóle, wiesz, nie ocalałaby żadna istota.
No.
Żeby Jehowa nie powstrzymał, to nie ocalałaby żadna istota.
Od Polski, bo oni wyszkolili.
No.
Te diabły polskie, widzisz? Tych Ukraińców. To jest trzecia wojna światowa.
No, no.
Czyli jaką rolę te kurwy odebrały w Polsce? A to Żydzi polscy. Już trzecia wojna światowa, już się rozpoczyna. To wcale nie jest zabawa. Masz nawet ostrzeżenie przez internet.
No tak, tak.
Czyli to sztucznie po całej Ukrainie.
Ukraina kiedyś nożowała Polskę, a teraz to jeszcze masz druga przyczyna. To masz jeszcze symbol.
they have got. If you believe me, even just a little, stand really that. That this is my place, and this is me. And I'm waiting for my time to come. Then you should understand that who else should tell you the truth. First, the media got himself. Today is 2014. And I'm telling you, official. It's just begun. And that economy collapse that follows. The humanity is at the beginning. Very hard times. I will come and help with peace and safety. One day you will get to know this information or read. But me, God, I'm already telling you, Third World War has just begun. And the world economy collapse will fall. Advise you.
No.
Przemawia do nas Bóg. To jest internet. To jest słowa Boga.
No wiesz, teraz internet to już tak ludziom pomieszał we łbie, że...
Rozpoczyna się przeciwnie się do homoseksualnych. Jako jedyny.
To jeden będzie teraz tak już mówić, wiesz. Tajemniczo, wiesz.
Nie no, to jest stereotypowane. Wiadomo, że masoneria oraz Żydzi, a oni właśnie takie taśmy.
No.
No, to wiodą przez to. Wiadomo, że to nie jest żaden Bóg, tylko to są Żydzi, którzy takie taśmy tworzą.
No.
Którzy chcą usprawiedliwić agresję swoją na Ukrainę. Ja to są obrzydliwi, oni używają Boga do bezczeszczenia Jego imienia.
Tak. No wiesz, jeszcze tu nic nie powiedzieli, ani jakie to imię w ogóle jest.
Powiedzieli, że już, that was satanic, in my opinion. I to jest wszystko nieprawda. To był szatan, a nie żaden Bóg szanowy.
No to ja ci mówię, że pomieszało się ludziom przez internet w głowach.
Part of that underground super collider. And this is what I was asking Anthony Patch about. And notice how similar it is to the antenna at the top of the Nikola Tesla tower, guys. Identical dimensions and proportions. And in our discussion about CERN and the opening of the Stargate that these scientists are trying to do, and how that's
Głos szatana.
to the key to the bottom of this pit. Demonic entities coming to on this earth. But Anthony Patch will be with us tomorrow. He's author of Covert Catastrophe. He's been with us before. This is one of the things. And this is an overlay, guys, of comparing that magnet to the inside of the United Nations. Look at the size of this thing. And why am I doing this? Because not only do they have Shiva there, the god of destruction that dances between the dimensions there, but they also are building these around the world in in Florida and Illinois. And guys, in the United Nations building is what's called a meditation room, and it's an occult. They're setting this thing up with these giant magnets, and right in the middle of this occult meeting room that's hidden inside the United Nations building, right on the display line, right in this section of the earth. It's going to be between the Illinois Collider and CERN. What is going on? This is a picture of it. One of the world's largest magnets. Now, and also notice the pyramids in the back there, and that painting, guys. That's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with the occult, elite, getting ready for the kings to give their power. Now, also tomorrow's show, I think I've got it set up to where I can take three-way conference calls, and I've sent out a call to Michael to come in and join Anthony and I on the show. I have not heard back whether or not he has the time. I'm sure he would love to if he can, so it may turn out to be a really fantastic blog talk show. If I need to go 2 hours on it, we will on that, guys. But things are really getting interesting. And in the fireball report, they're still coming in. Again, the ones in Europe are not the same as the ones we're seeing in the U.S. Different colors, different meteor storms. That's what we're dealing with. But again, there's a lot going on with this CERN thing, guys, and it's got a lot to do with these end times, what we're trying to do. Heads up, be safe.